All right, today we're going to tackle one of the biggest questions out there for anyone thinking about their future in tech. What is the job market for AI and data science actually going to look like in 2026? We are going to cut through all the noise and build your strategic roadmap right here, right now. Okay, let's just get right into it because the anxiety is real, isn't it? You hear it everywhere. Data science is over, or AI is coming for our jobs. It really feels like we're standing on the edge of some massive uncertain cliff. But what if all this focus on panic is actually making us miss the real story? So here's my promise to you. By the time we're done here, we are going to replace all that noise and fear with pure clarity. You're going to walk away with a crystal clear picture of the 2026 job market and, way more importantly, a concrete plan for the skills that will make you indispensable. So here's our game plan. We'll start with what I'm calling the great AI job panic, and then we'll separate the data from the drama. We'll ask if AI is a job killer or a job shifter. We'll pinpoint the absolute hottest roles for 2026, check out some global trends, and then wrap it all up with your personal career checklist. Sound good? Let's do it. First up, the great AI job panic. You know, it's totally understandable to feel a little uneasy with all the headlines about automation and layoffs, but to build a real strategy, we've got to tune out the noise and figure out what's hype and what's really happening. So let's shift gears from all that drama to the actual data. What are the numbers really telling us? Is this a story about decline, or is it a story about transformation? Because I'll tell you, the reality isn't just less scary, it's actually a whole lot more interesting. Just think about this number for a second. 1.3 million. That's how many jobs in the UK alone are projected to need AI-related skills by 2030. You see, this isn't a market that's shrinking. It's a market that's demanding a brand new, very specific kind of expertise. The demand isn't going away, it's just evolving. And this data point from Capgemini, it perfectly captures that evolution. A whopping 71% of employees see entry-level work shifting, from creating things from scratch to directing, reviewing, and refining what an AI produces. Think about it like this. You're not being replaced by the tool. You're actually being promoted. You're becoming the editor, the director, the strategist who knows how to wield that tool. Which brings us right to the heart of it. Is AI a job killer or is it a job shifter? Well, the evidence is pretty overwhelming. It's pointing to a massive shift, a transformation where, yeah, some roles fade away, but entirely new ones are being born. Honestly, we've seen this exact same pattern with every major technological leap in history. And you can really see this shift when you look at the kinds of jobs that are changing. On the left, you've got tasks that are predictable, repetitive, things like junior-level manual software testing or basic data entry. But on the right, well, for every one of those roles being automated, a new, more strategic hybrid role is popping up. We're talking about people who can engineer AI systems, make sure they're ethical, or design these incredibly complex AI-driven workflows. The work isn't vanishing. It's just moving up the value chain. So what are these new jobs exactly? Now, this is where it gets really exciting. Let's take a look at the hottest, most in-demand roles that are going to define the tech world of 2026. Seriously, these are the job titles you want to be aiming for. First on the list, the LLM developer, or a generative AI engineer. These are the architects, the builders of the AI-powered apps we keep hearing about. And they're not just tweaking chatbots. No, they're integrating these incredibly powerful language models into real business tools that can do things like analyze thousands of legal documents or totally automate customer support. Now, to become one, you've got to master a whole new toolkit. We're talking about frameworks like LangChain, which is kind of like the plumbing that connects AI models to a company's private data. You'll need to know your way around APIs from places like OpenAI and get comfortable with new kinds of databases, called vector databases, that help AI understand the meaning behind your data, not just the keywords. Next up, the MLOps engineer. Look, it's not enough anymore to just build a cool model on your laptop. Businesses need people who can take that model, put it into production so it works reliably, scale it up for millions of users, and then watch it to make sure it's doing its job. MLOps is the crucial bridge from experimental AI to real-world industrial-strength AI. And let me be clear, this isn't optional anymore. This is essential. Employers want to see that you can manage the whole AI lifecycle. That means using tools for scaling, like Ray, tools for building automated workflows, like Kubeflow, and platforms to track all your experiments so you know it works, like MLflow or weights and biases. And hey, it's not all about deep, heavy tech skills. The rise of the AI ethics and governance specialist is absolutely critical. I mean, as AI starts making more high-stakes decisions in things like hiring or banking, we desperately need experts who can make sure those decisions are fair, transparent, and safe. This role is all about building trust, and it is absolutely vital for businesses. And as these powerful systems spread across the globe, this isn't just a conversation happening in Silicon Valley. So let's look at how these global trends are creating some really unique local opportunities, especially in emerging economies like India, which could offer a kind of roadmap for other countries like Turkey. This projection from Niti Aayog, which is India's public policy think tank, is just incredibly telling. It lays out two completely different futures. The wrong path, ignoring the shift, could mean losing 1.5 million jobs. But the right strategic response, focusing on aggressively reskilling the workforce, could create up to 4 million new roles. This is the choice every single country is facing right now. And this quote from Debyani Ghosh just nails the mindset we all need to have. It's not about passively waiting to see what happens. It's about actively shaping the future we want. The difference between job loss and job creation comes down to one word: strategy. So, how do you respond? What's your personal strategy? This brings us to the final and I think most important section: your actionable career checklist for the next 18 months. Okay, here it is, your 18-month action plan. Let's break it down. Step 1, master the fundamentals. Python, SQL, core machine learning, these are the absolute non-negotiables. 2, get fluent in the cloud. You need hands-on experience with a major platform like AWS or Google Cloud because that is where modern data lives. 3, specialize. Seriously, the age of the data generalist is fading. Pick a high-demand area like LLM development or MLOps and go deep. 4, develop your AI literacy. Learn how to use these tools as a collaborator to make yourself way more effective. 5, build your horizontal skills. Communication, real problem solving, and deep knowledge of a specific industry are the things that make you irreplaceable. And finally, number 6, build a portfolio. You have to show what you can do. Contribute to an open source project, build your own app, prove your skill. So if you take just one thing away today, let it be this: the future of work isn't going to belong to the people who fear AI. It's going to belong to the people who learn how to build with it, how to direct it, and how to leverage it. This is a moment for strategic planning, not for panic. So now you have a roadmap. But, having a plan and actually executing it are two very different things. How do you manage the very real stress, the anxiety, maybe even the imposter syndrome that comes with making such a huge career shift? Well, we're going to tackle exactly that in our next explainer.